All right, we've finished installing the bees at our house, and we're down here with Dan. We cleaned out Big Bee a few weeks ago, got it ready. The frames in there that are left over from the last swarm that's in there, we cleaned them all up, so they're good to go. This was the first box of bees that we caught on the new cleat system. And it worked great. We took them down, set them on top of here a few days ago, or probably a week ago. And they're doing great.
Yeah, a few ants.
Yeah, there's a few ants. Like I said, they don't really bother the bees. The bees keep them away from the honey, but they like to be up there where it's warm. So I like to loosen these frames up a little bit.
Okay.
Kind of break the propolis. That one looks like it's got a little more gap on it. So you kind of get in it like that and get it started up on both ends. And then usually you can get it up pretty good. All right, there we go. Now it's coming up pretty good. Wow. You're going to roll some bees every once in a while. You try to pull it up slow so you don't mash them.
You want me to grab it?
Now let me scrape. Wipe these bees off the bottom. Hold right here for just a second. And see that propolis right there? Just run that across the edge right there.
Okay.
And you go down too, but there's not any really down on this one.
Yeah.
All right, we want to look over it. All right, this is a little bridge comb right here where they were trying to bridge to the comb beside of it.
Yeah.
We don't like that, so we're going to go ahead and just knock that little piece.
Okay.
This little piece of comb there, we knock it off. All right, they're just building comb here. Let's look right here and see if there's any shiny. No. All right, you can just stick that one in. Yep. And a lot of times you get that little fluff on the bottom.
Yeah.
And it's just
don't worry about it.
Dirt and dust and stuff. Don't worry about that. And like I said, we'll just run this right across that edge.
Okay.
And see, that one's got a little bit coming down.
Yeah.
This one's got a little bit right there. You just take that little bit off.
Yep.
It helps push it back up there. Now, I don't like that comb like that.
Yeah.
But
you want to shave it off, or?
It's fairly new, so it'll wipe right off.
Okay.
That way they won't do that.
All right. Want me to get it?
Yeah. Go ahead and put that one in.
All right.
All right. Let you do it now.
All right.
And what works good sometimes if you go ahead and scrape this side off while it's in there.
Yeah.
Because that's real soft. The bees hadn't been in this box. The last box I did, they've been in there almost a year.
Oh, man.
So that propolis was hard.
Yeah.
And that's really soft right there, what you're taking off.
In here.
And see all that white comb is all new comb that they've done going down.
Yeah.
They've been busy there.
They have.
It's kind of Let me kind of wipe this off right here.
Yeah.
Just keep trash out of the bottom of the hive.
Okay. For some reason, I think we got a lot more in there than we had last time.
Yeah, you never know when you open the, well, you know, oven and weighing it.
Right.
You don't really know what you're going to get from one time to the next, if it's a great big swarm or it's a little swarm.
You guys must have been reading my mind because I was getting ready to text you today about doing exactly this.
So yeah, that's all brand new comb right there.
Wow.
All right, let's set it right on. Let me knock that off the bottom. That last little bit. All right, let's set her down in here.
I'll let you slide that in position there. Really inappropriate sometimes.
If you're wondering why there's so many bees around our head here, this box was sitting here and the opening was right here. So the bees that had left, now they're coming back. Right here is where it's home to them as far as they're concerned. You know, this is, they fly according to the sun. They leave in the morning, they come back, they know the angle of the sun, and they come right back to here. So we're up here in the space that used to be where their house is. All right. I was hoping we'd see some brood in here. I think that we probably got a virgin queen in this one. There's no eggs or larvae or anything. You can't slide all the way over because of the
Yeah.
those
Little pegs or something.
yeah, the vials in there.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a good number of bees in here. They've been busy. They've been making comb. And swarms are really good at making comb. Because when they leave where they were at, they take all the resources they need to build comb. Oh, got that in the leg. She'll get out. All right, so we push them up. We're going to push all these up. Put this board here. Now this board, in case you've not been watching us, we got a couple of screws in here so the bees can come under. They also get airflow. There's a vent on each side of this hive in the bottom. So that lets the airflow through there. So if you see me shut the lid and there's bees up here, the bees can walk over and back down in there and they're okay. Now a lot of times I'll put a couple extra frames like this, just set them there so that that board can't fall over. In the past, first few videos I did like everybody else, and I take that box, bounce it hard, all the bees go to the bottom and turn it upside down and throw all of them in this end of the box. Well, that throws a lot of trash into the box, and I just don't see any need of putting it in there. So what we're going to do, we're going to get these, see if you can get that vial out there, just right there. Just take your hive tool and pick up on it, see if it'll. I had a hard time on the last one. You just lay it up there. I had a harder time on the last one because it had been in there a year. So them bees will move away when you reach in there and pull that one up. See, it's only been in there a month or so. Probably a month. Might have to take your finger in there and wiggle it out.
Watch out.
Alrighty. And don't know if the camera will pick up all the trash in the bottom, but there's trash in the bottom. There's a good amount of bees in there. And like what I've started doing a couple years ago, I just put the bees
Inside the door, so to speak.
yeah, I use the lid a lot of times. Just put it up here. And just give them kind of a bridge to get in there. There's a lot of bees on that end of the box, and they'll walk right up. So now we've trapped, most of the bees are in the box. The queen should be in the box, unless she's out on a mating flight. But the odor is now coming out here. There's no scent in the box. So over the next little while, these bees all march right here and they'll go inside. Now the box that we just did at our house, we had left the bees right here, so they were flying back right here. These have been up here, so it's going to take them a little longer for the field bees to realize they got to go down there. But they'll figure it out pretty quickly. This afternoon, if we come back by, we'll see bees still flying around up here, but they'll work their way in down there. So if you saw Shirley there just picking up these vials, you saw that there was already about 6 or 7 bees on one of them. So that smells like the queen, and that's what draws them into the box. So we always get those out. So
that looks like a new swarm on the tree. Turn around. Look at the cleat.
See, they remember they were over there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there was none over here when we looked over this cleat earlier. So that's why when you move bees, you don't ever move them more than about, you're not supposed to go more than about 6 feet. I went about 8 or 9. But if I wanted to put this hive on the other side of the yard, I got to start here and move it 6 feet every day or every 2 days. Or I need to take these bees 2, 3, 4 miles away and leave them for about a week, then bring them back if I wanted to put them on the back of the property somewhere. Because they remember where that tree is. Mm-hmm. They remember that was home when they can't find home right here. They remember, hey, there was home over there. But they'll figure it out that
they're
it's
already
down
walking
here.
in like the little bridge.
Oh yeah, they'll march in.
Yep.
But if you come out here 5 o'clock this afternoon, there'll still be bees flying around up here.
Yeah.
But the majority, they'll be in there by night. They'll all go in tonight. So,
cool.
We've done another transfer here. Danny's got bees in the hive now, and he'll keep an eye on us for us. And we'll probably come back in a month just to make sure that we see eggs in there, that we've got a laying queen. We don't need to see the queen, but we want to pull it out and see young, new eggs in there. So we're giving this queen time to get matured up enough to start laying eggs. And like I say, I don't remember the dates, but it seems like they need about 21 days or somewhere along in there to mature up, get where she can fly, and well, she flew over here, but to get recovered from flying into the new swarm. And then she's got to go on a mating flight. And that takes a couple of days, sometimes 3 days. And then it takes a few days before they start laying eggs. So she should start laying soon. So we'll give her a month and come back and check. Appreciate y'all being here. I think we're done for today. I hope so.
Mm-hmm.